India is a country that's known for its unity and uniformity. Central government of India is likely to take a big decision on India's unity. I'm talking about one nation one election policy. Central government of India has already formed a special committee to work and monitor on this one nation one election policy, which is being led by former president of India Ram Nath Kovind. On the other hand, there is a special parliament session being called, and the oppositions are saying that this bill may get introduced in the coming parliament session. Now, let us first understand what this bill means, what this policy means. There are three tiers of government in India. One is Lok Sabha, second is Vidhan Sabha, and third is local bodies. Currently, when elections happen for all the three tiers of government, it's happening on different day, different time. But once this bill gets introduced, the elections will be held together on same day. But the question is this the first time that this bill is being introduced in India? The answer is no. This is not the first time that one nation, one election is in talk. Before India, after the India got independence, there were 4 times when one nation, one poll was conducted in the year 1952, 1957, 1962 and 1967. After that, there were some political changes in different states, and hence this one nation, one poll stopped. Later on in 1983, Election Commission had again introduced one nation, one poll. After that, in 1999, Law Commission had proposed the same bill. And after that, after a huge gap, in 2014, BJP had this bill mentioned in their manifesto. Let us now focus on the pros and cons of one nation, one election policy. Let us now first focus on the positives. When the elections occur, there's a huge amount of money that's spent on the elections by government, by political parties, by political leaders. To tell you an example, in 2019, 60,000 crore rupees were spent on the elections. You can imagine if elections happen today, what will be the amount of money that will be spent on elections. Second thing is whenever elections happen, it is a kind of a burden on authorities, on police, security and teaching staff or any government staff that's being allotted to the government duty on election day. If the elections are held on same day in a whole 5 years, if it's just one day that elections are happening, the burden will kind of divide on and it will help the government authorities as well. Third thing is if this policy is implemented, the government can focus on citizens' issues, civic issues, and the infrastructure or coming projects rather than just preparing and focusing on the coming elections. Fourth thing, last but not the least, there will be increase in voter turnout as the elections will be held on same day in whole 5 years for all the three layers and levels of government. As there are pros of this bill, there are also cons of one nation, one election policy. Let's focus on the negatives. It is said that the national issues will kind of overshadow the regional issues, the local issues. Second thing is regional parties will be seen struggling to compete against the national parties in case of expenditure, in case of spending money and strategy planning. Also, there was a special survey conducted by IDFC Institute in the year 2015 that said there are 77% of chances that the party wins in central government, gets all the votes, and if there's a 6-month gap between the two elections, this percentage decreases to 61%. India is not the first or only country to introduce one nation one policy bill. There are many countries out there in the world that are already following this kind of system for election. Countries like Sweden, South Africa, Belgium, Philippines, Costa Rica and many more in fact. Now the question is, can India implement the one nation one election policy? The answer is yes, India can do that, but should India implement this bill? The coming time will tell. Along with video journalist Ravi Singh, this is Rucha Kanolkar from Mumbai.